Picture this. You're 3 days into your cruise, the ocean is flat, the sky is perfect, and then it hits. Stomach cramps, fever. Something's wrong. Most people have no idea what happens next, but what actually goes down when you get sick in the middle of the ocean is nothing like what you'd expect on land. And knowing it before you board might be the most important thing you read before your next cruise. Nobody books a cruise thinking they'll end up sick. You pack your sunscreen, your formal night outfit, maybe a few too many snacks for the cabin. Getting ill isn't part of the plan, but the ocean doesn't care about your itinerary, and cruise ships, meaning for all their luxury and distraction, are floating petri dishes. Close quarters, buffet lines, thousands of people touching the same railings, the same elevator buttons, the same serving tongs every single day. Therefore, what happens when something goes wrong? Matters. A lot. Most of us assume there's a doctor on board, and there is. But here's what the brochure doesn't mention, that medical center operates more like a private urgent care clinic than a free ship service. Every visit, every test, every IV bag gets billed directly to you. We're talking $200 just to walk through the door. A basic IV drip for dehydration? Anywhere from $400 to over $1,000, depending on the ship and the line, blood work on top of that. And none of it is covered by the cruise fare you already paid. Most people find this out for the first time while they're lying on an exam table, feeling terrible, signing a form they can barely read. Here's what crew members know that passengers almost never do. The ship's medical staff are fully licensed, doctors, nurses, the works, but the medical bay is intentionally tucked away. No signs pointing to it from the main decks, no map in the welcome booklet. Therefore, by the time most sick passengers find it, they've already been sick for 24 hours longer than they needed to be. The crew knows where it is on day one. You should too. Deck 1 or 2 forward or midship on almost every major ship. Find it before you need it. But here's where it gets more serious. If what you have is beyond what the ship can handle, a cardiac event, a severe infection, something that needs imaging or surgery, the ship doesn't turn around. Not immediately. Not automatically. What happens instead is a Medevac, a Coast Guard helicopter, or a small boat transferred to the nearest port while you're still at sea. That process can take hours. And the cost of a Medevac evacuation, transport, port hospital care can run into the tens of thousands of dollars before your family even knows what's happening. Therefore, the single smartest thing most people never do before cruising, buy travel medical insurance, not the basic trip cancellation coverage, actual medical evacuation coverage. It costs roughly $100 to $500. For a week-long trip, a Medevac without it can cost $50,000. The hardest part isn't the illness itself, it's what comes after. If the ship determines your condition is contagious, Norovirus for example, which spreads through cruise ships faster than almost anywhere else on Earth, you don't just go to the medical bay, you get quarantined to your cabin, meals delivered to the door. No pool, no shows, no dinner with your family. And here's the part that stings. The cruise line is not automatically obligated to refund your missed days. You can appeal. Some lines will offer future credits, but most passengers come home from a sick cruise having paid full price for days they spent staring at 4 walls. Therefore, knowing your rights before you board, checking your cruise contract, understanding what the line's sick policy actually covers, is the difference between getting some of your money back and losing it entirely. None of this means don't cruise. It means cruise smarter. Find the medical center on day 1. Buy real travel medical insurance before you leave the house. Wash your hands. Genuinely, not just a rinse. Every single time you leave the buffet, and if you feel something coming on, don't push through it, hoping it passes. The crew would rather you show up early than wait until you're a problem they can't solve at sea. The ocean is beautiful. The ships are incredible, but they run on their own rules, and the passengers who know those rules before they board are the ones who actually enjoy the trip. Next time, what cruise crew actually do the moment Norovirus breaks out on board? And trust me, it's nothing like what the captain announces over the intercom.